Hey everybody, it's Lisa Moore from Inspiring Talks Brighton Stories. This is our new online platform that we're using at the moment while our live events are temporarily not happening. But I still wanted to make sure that I shared some incredible, inspiring speakers with you. And today I am joined by the lovely James Kennedy. Hello, James. How are you?
Hey everyone. Hi Lisa. Thank you for having me on your show. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely to have you here. Now, where we are in the world right now, there are a lot of people out there that are losing their jobs, or that are thinking about actually changing their jobs,
Yes.
even though this world is a bit strange.
Mm.
And James is going to talk to us a little bit about writing your CV and resume. As far as I know, but I think he's going to share some really interesting words of wisdom with us.
Mhm.
But before I hand over to James, I'm just going to read a little bit of a bio so that you all know who he is, what he does. So, for 20 years, um, James has been working in corporate and changing careers 6 times, and he's been made redundant 3 times. You see me, I've only been made redundant twice. He's had a career in life insurance, pension, utilities, managed teams of up to 20 people, and also been involved in various IT projects, all projects including the first nuclear power station in Hinkley with EDF. He is also an NLP practitioner, and he's now combining his previous experience to help clients all over the world. Hence why we're talking CVs and resumes, because it's the British and the US version. To understand the job search process, um, and it really, James wants to tell us why we should learn to write our own CV resume. And once you know how to do it, it can change your life. And I know this is going to be really helpful to those of you that are struggling right now and out of work and looking. So I'm going to hand over the screen to James and over to you.
Lisa, thank you very much again for having me on your show. Yes, so hi everyone, James Kennedy here. And today's topic, right, I'm making the case that change your CV resume will literally change your life. And it's like, whoa, yeah, a bit crazy, right? I get you. I get what you're saying, right? But I'm going to be making the case that everybody should learn how to write the CV resume for themselves, right? And it's an important life skill, just as important as driving. Okay. And to do that, I just wanted to first off tell you a little story, please. Okay. So the story I want to take you back to is about 2 years ago. I'm sitting at my desk, made redundant for the second time in my life, right? At that time, I had a master's degree and 18 years experience and doing all these things, the right qualifications, and it took me over a year to find another job. Okay. And for some of us who's been out of a job before, it's like, the pain and the shame of you applying and if you're lucky in this day and age, if you get a reply back to reject you because at least someone's acknowledged you, right? So that's where I was, right? And the pivoting moment came basically when my wife comes in the door and she says, congratulations, you're going to be a dad again for the second time. Yay, right? So that's where I was in my life. And I was thinking, okay, so, at the time I was thinking that I wasn't good enough, all these things I'm doing wasn't good enough. I'm thinking, it seems to be, for me, I was looking at it's those people with the gift of the gab, that could talk their way into things, that seems to be the ones getting all the jobs. Doesn't mean that they were any better or worse than you. And, sometimes we know that the people that got the job wasn't any good, but they had the gift of the gab. So it's like, how is it possible that all these people are moving forward and some of us left behind that are doing the job, that we're caring and we're doing all this, we're left behind. So the pivoting moment of things to me is, right, for everything I've done for the first 18 years of my career wasn't working. I'd had some career coaches in the past. I tried to get some help but it wasn't working. And then I stumbled across a coach online that was showing all this to me. And I said, I resonated with what he said. It's all right, let's pay some money, give it a go and see what he was saying. So he talked to me about, took me through his course. And basically what happened was, I'll tell you what happened after that is I applied for 2 jobs. After over a year out, I applied for 2 jobs and I got 2 interviews out of it. Right. And just to let you know, people, and I say to people is your CV resume is to get you to the next stage, not for anything else. It's to get you to that. Right. So if you're not getting interviews, change it. Right. But here's the funny thing that happened. Right. Got 2 interviews. And I got offered the job on one of them. I got offered the job on one of them, right? But the thing that was is they gave me the salary band and they offered me the bottom end of the salary band. So I said, painting the picture. I'd been out of work for over a year. Wife tells me there's another child on the way, and things like that. And it's like, yeah, take it and go, right? But the course, and what I understood from the course, is basically understand the value of the experience and what you've done in the past, and learn how to tell the story for yourself. Right? Because when you learn how to tell the story for yourself, that flows into the interview as well. So not only are you giving what the hiring managers needs up front, right? So I always tell people, in the things that I've learned from the course and everything as well is, think of a job description as a list of problems, right? Because they need someone in to do that work. But if you think of a list of problems, then you need to convince the hiring manager and the gatekeepers I call the people in recruitment agencies or the people in HR. They're the ones that look at your CV resume first. And they're the one to get the 100, 200, 300 plus CV resumes at the moment. And they have to figure out from all of that, and some of them don't have the specialist knowledge for the specialist jobs, which ones to give to the hiring manager. Because the hiring manager only wants 20, right? So, I'm saying is you need to understand that you need to convince them that you're the best problem manager, best person to come in and fix the problems that the hiring managers have, but you need to do it as quickly and easy as possible. So in life, we talk about the elevator pitch, right? If you go into an elevator with the CEO or your ideal customer, and you only have from the bottom to the top floor to tell them 30 seconds or however, that's exactly the same concept on the CV resume. You want to give them exactly how you can come in and fix their problems on the first half page of your CV resume, because that's when they'll decide whether they want to read on or not. So, I've seen CV resumes, Lisa, and I'm sure in the past you have as well, where it's 5-6 pages long and all these things, because people don't know what, I don't know what to give them, but I have all this amazing experience. So I want to give them everything and the kitchen sink as well, right? But here's the thing, as people think of it from the other's perspective or the other side, they don't have time. Hiring managers don't have time. Recruitment agents don't have time. Everybody's having to do more with less right now in these times, in uncertain times and things. So the easier you can make their job, the easier it will help them identify how you can come in and connect, how you can come in and help them fix the problems yesterday, because they need you yesterday. Right? And I say to people, is you don't even have to be the best person at the job. Right? Because sometimes the best people don't understand how to packaging. It's all marketing and packaging at the end of the day, your CV resume. But you're not saying things like, oh, I'm a hard worker and all these things. It's based on facts. It's talking about achievements and the problems you solved in the past, based on the keywords from the from the job description. The job description is a list of clues of what they need you to come in and do. Okay, and once you understand that, what I want to say to people more than anything else, and there's free articles I give out as well all the time, which I'll send you as well, Lisa, right? And this free article, someone in the States took it, applied it, and got his job out of it, right? So I just want here to help and all these sort of things. Some people need more help than others, that's fine. But the one main bit I say to people is, you have your summary of who you are and why you're the best fit for the company in there. But underneath it needs to be a section on key achievements or key accomplishments. And in there is then you understand from the job description 4 or 5 of the key things they need for the job. You want to be transferring over the key word, exactly word for word. So it'll be communications, account management, team management, project management, whatever it is. That's the key word you want to take word for word and put that there as what I call a signposting, right? Because then, you want to using their language. It's not about you. It's how you can come in and help them. Use that as a signposting. And then from your experience, all of your huge, amazing career experience, choose the best example that matches what they need. So it doesn't need to be the last job. It'll be even the very first job if you have a great example. So instead of the 5-6 pages, what you're doing is you're taking all the best from everything there and you give it to them up front. Right? And just to let you know that the job that I applied for and I renegotiated for a high salary, I got it. I got it because I understood the value of the work that I've done in the past and how I can connect and help, especially them, right? And I said, when you can understand the value of the work that you've done in the past, and so like it not only can help you get a job, but it also can help. It also can help how you feel about yourself. Help with the self-motivation. Help with the yes, I did this, right? And we Lisa and everyone, they always talk about the STAR technique. right? On a CV resume, it's focusing. So, a STAR, just to, if for anyone that's not sure, STAR technique is situation, task, action, and result. On a CV resume, you want to be focusing on the action and the result only. Right, and you want to put stats and figures in there. So, one of the things I say to people is, if because in any company, regardless, because I've helped people from director all the way down to intern level, and also in all various different jobs across the world. Process is the same. All companies are the same. They need to increase costs, increase the sales, reduce costs, and meet regulatory requirements. That's the three main things that happen in every single company. So if your example, what you're putting in, can show them how you've helped to increase the sales, reduce cost, or meet regulatory requirements, that's how they can see the common of what you've done, and they can see transferable skills from that into what they're doing. And I said, yes, I did renegotiate. I did get the salary I wanted. And that's what I'm trying to people. When you understand the value of the work, you can literally change your CV resume. You can literally change your life. And everything flows from the CV resume into the interview, into salary negotiations. But not only for that, once you understand this and you start doing it, you can do for promotions and salary negotiations as well for the future. And that's all I wanted to share. Lisa, I'm sure you got some questions for me, but thank you very much.
I have got some questions for you. And it's really interesting that you were talking about the elevator pitch, because funnily enough, I am doing a talk this evening at my local Toastmasters club, and I am actually doing a speech about writing your best elevator speech. So that's really interesting that you were talking about that. And funnily enough, I've never really thought of the concept of the elevator pitch being your CV, but that's just such a perfect thing to think about. Actually, keeping it simple, and that keeping it easy for the other person, because we're so caught up in how we feel that we forget about these poor people that are they've got like 400-500 things.
Yes, exactly that. And for me, that's why I said a lot of people come to me and they say, can you help me write my CV? No, I can show you how to do it for yourself, because this is a life skill that is not for the next job, especially now where there's no such thing as job for life anymore, Lisa. Right? So it's something that you need to know, and you need to be when you're ready to jump, because the dream job could come tomorrow. Right? Are you ready? Are you able to put all this all together? And the more you do this, the quicker it is. Right? And I know I try to do that to make it fun, right? Because this is your life story in terms of your career. So, and I say to people is, when you're looking at redoing your CV resume, I said, no, you don't look at your CV resume. Look at the job description first.
Right. Okay.
Right. So I said, because people want me to review the CV resume, and I said, fine, but I want to see the job description that you're applying for with the CV resume, because then I put my hiring manager hat on to say, can I easily see how this person can help me or not? Because they could be the best person for the job, right? The thing is, we're not just packaging ourselves. And, I hate the word sales, right? For a long time, I hated the word sales. And I said, you're not selling if you're showing them what you can do based on facts and figures.
Yes.
Right? And I'm just saying, this is the best of me. And it's like, but each company is different, right? You could have the same 10 companies with the same job title, but they all want different things. And I said, but that's the flexibility that you want to use, change the wording around and give them the best of you first. We sometimes think of saving the best for last, right? And I said, no. You might not get to the end. Give them the best of you first.
Best of you first. So the first thing you would say is look at the job description and write the CV resume based on the job description. So would you advise that people write a different CV resume for each role that they're going for, or they have a template that they can then?
Yeah, so I say to people that the CV resume is not just for the hiring manager, right? It's for ourselves as well. But the CV resume should be it's a list of your career achievements.
Yeah.
Right? Not responsibilities. Responsibilities come with the job. You don't own it, right? You could leave tomorrow and they could put someone else and they could have the same responsibilities. Yeah. Not to say they do any better or less, but the responsibilities come with the job. The achievements, the things that you've increased sales on, reduced costs on, met regulatory requirements, the projects you've worked on, the problems you've solved.
Yeah.
That's the things that make you unique. And so when you can catalog that on a master CV template, or your bag of achievements, as you call it, because you know we're going to have bad days, right? And we're going to start questioning ourselves. So you can look at this and it's based on facts and figures. I increased sales for this account. I reduced cost by X amount. I did all these things, right? So that's where, you know, for me, it's like when I work with my clients, it's double win I'm going for. It's to believe in themselves first, right?
Yeah.
Right? Believe in themselves and believe in the story. It said, yes, I did all of this, right? And then the second one is to help them get the job, right? And that's the thing. And then as I said, it might take longer or less, right? I've had one of my customers on furlough. She was a occupational health manager, but because she was furloughed, she had time to pick and choose. The best time to be looking for a job is when you're looking for another job, is when you're in a job. So you're not in desperation, right? Right? She applied for 2 jobs and she got 2 interviews out of it as well. The job that she got had a pay rise, car allowance, and 50% of the time working from home.
Perfect.
Right, and that's in the UK. I've helped people in the States, I've helped people in Africa, and I've helped people in the Pacific as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, what I'm saying, it's you know, people try to tell me, oh, different cultures, different thing, and I said, no, people are the same everywhere else. Everybody as people have problems, right? And they needed you yesterday, and the ones that can easily show them how they can come in and help them.
Yeah.
Now, better chance of getting an interview.
Yes. And actually, that's what you're saying, isn't it? Is
yes.
This is, you want to get your foot in the door, because
yes.
actually once you're there face to face or screen to screen, as we are
yes.
now,
yes.
that's when you can truly shine, because then, you know, then you open up that human conversation, aren't you? This piece of paper that stands in our way, it's always like this piece of paper. If you can get it right on that piece of paper and keep it simple and answer their needs, isn't it? That's what it is. Fantastic.
And what I would say to that, Lisa, as well, is what I'm saying is the knock-on effects, that it flows into the interview as well, because they've seen in the first half page of your CV resume the problem, how you can come in, right? So before they actually see you, they already can see how you can come in and help them, right? And when you go into the interview and you start giving examples, the 5 examples or 4 examples of the problems you've solved is relevant to exactly what they need anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So it's already warming them up almost before they get there. Right. Because sometimes I've seen where the CV resume says something and what they're coming in with the stories to talk about is not there. It's not the same. And you know, just one extra point, Lisa, is the reason why you on the CV resume, you only talk about the action and results. Because from a hiring manager's point of view, they can see and connect how I need someone to come in and do that similar. They want to know the how. That's the curiosity in all of us, right? You already know their problems. You told them how you fixed a similar problem before. How did they do it? Call them up and come in.
Yes.
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the industry is. We're humans, right? And people want to know, can you fix my problems? Fix it yesterday, please, and come in now and do it.
Come in and do it. Come in and do it. That's fantastic, James. Thank you. There were some really, really good tips in there. Now, am I right in thinking you've got a Facebook group, but you've also got an online course? So if people
so I have an online course. So basically what I've done is I have an online course where I've taken 2 people live through the course and taught these people live, and basically the reason for that is that I wanted to test the course and make sure that it answered all the questions along the way. And with that is, as you go through the course, you will see the breakthroughs and the aha moments as they get through it as well, right? And that's all recorded and all that. That's 4 modules altogether. But what happens as well is, you know, some people might still have some questions and queries. So as part of the course, there's a Facebook group as well.
Okay.
There's a Facebook group as well, so that they can go through the modules, go through the course, and they can ask, oh, can you tell me what this there, or, you know, and as part of the course, they get my CV resume, because I don't need it anymore, right? But what we're doing is I've got the wordings and then how to put the summary together and to put the keywords and then the rest of the CV documents, but also understand the mindset as well. Because what I'm saying for people is sometimes we're in our mindset and look at it from our view like this. And I said, if you take yourselves up a bit and then you look at what the hiring manager needs, the recruitment manager, the hiring manager, HR, and the recruitment agents.
Yeah.
Right? Because each one of them have different agendas. Right. And so if you understand all of that, it just makes the job so much easier.
So where can people find you, James? Are you on Facebook? Is that the best
I'm on
place?
Facebook and LinkedIn. As part of this as well, Lisa, I said I have a free article that's give that because I just want to help people. I just want to help people, and I understand. For some, money might be a challenge at the moment, and I say, well, yeah, if money's a challenge, you have free time. There's some links and things I'm going to be sending over to Lisa when she shares this out as well.
So what is your Facebook page? Is it James Kennedy or?
The Facebook page, the free one, is Dream Job Search Support Network.
Right. Say that again. Dream
Job Search Support Network.
Dream Job Search Support Network. So that's how people can find you. And
Yes.
presumably, is there a website as well?
So the website is a work in progress at this moment, but I've done the course and things like that, and there's things like that. But yeah, you can also reach me out on Facebook and LinkedIn as well.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, James. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you.
Very welcome, Lisa. Yeah, thank you very much. And I know a lot of people are struggling at the moment, and I understand that. All I'm saying to say is it's just the job search and CV resume is just a strategy. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with you, right? I used to feel that a lot. There's nothing wrong with you, right? But if the strategy is not working, we need to change the strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't keep doing the same thing.
Yes.
As what's the saying is that if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. You need to change something.
Yes, you got to change something, like I said. And I explain to people, we've spent so many time and experience over our lifetime studying to become experts in whatever career stuff we're in, right? The job search strategy, you only do every once in a while when you need to. Yeah. Right, but it's a skill like anything else that people just need to learn. And once you get the wording, and I've done that, and my background in process improvement is how to make it as easy and quick as possible, and just make it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, thank you so much, James. It's been really amazing having you here. I have Lisa Moore from Inspiring Talks Brighton. We're doing Inspiring Talks Brighton stories at the moment. So if you are a speaker and you've got something inspiring, you've got words of wisdom, or you want to share your story that can help people in the world where they are right now, then please do get in touch with me. You can find the Inspiring Talks Brighton network page on Facebook, but also Inspiring Talks Brighton at gmail.com is my email address. So just get in touch and come along, do an interview, do a speech for me, and we will be putting them up on our YouTube channel and also our Facebook page. So for now, Inspiring Talks Brighton stories is done. Another episode recorded, and look forward to seeing you again very soon.